Okay guys, mid-month check-in. My book wrap-ups were getting too big at the end of the month, and by the time I got to the end of the month, books that I didn't rate like super highly or that didn't just stick with me really well kept leaving my brain and I wasn't sure what they were about. Not necessarily if I rated it low, it didn't stick with me, or if I rated it high, that it did stick with me, because I did definitely had a couple of books this last month that I loved but couldn't remember by the end of the month because my brain sucks. So I will say that the beginning of this month was not great. Between my uncle passing, the funeral, and the elections, I was in a slump, but I think I did pretty good. It's not too bad. All right, so the first book on my list is The Fae Princes. This is the fourth and final book to the Vicious Lost Boys series. The Vicious Lost Boys series is a very smutty, very dark Peter Pan retelling. So Wendy and Tinkerbell steal Peter Pan's shadow and lock it away. So Peter has been going through every generation of darling women to try to extract a blood memory of Wendy's about where his shadow is. And he brings these darlings to Neverland and tries to extract their memories until he gets to Winnie. And Winnie is special. She's definitely got some gumption, and she's not going to let them get what they want from her without getting what she wants too. So the entire series is about Winnie, Darling, and Peter and some of the Lost Boys. So I definitely love this series. This is the last book of the series, and I adored it also. There is a standalone spin-off that I have in the house, but I have not read, and I am looking forward to that one. I just wanted a little palate cleanser, so I was reading something else in the meantime. I will come back to those. The next books that I finally finished Assassin's Assistant to the Villain, and I read all of Apprentice to the Villain. These were extremely cute books. They both have sprayed edges and they coordinate nicely with each other. Hubby absolutely loved this book, and so I wanted to read it because I know he did, and he rated it really highly. I think it's cute. I think it's a solid 3.5 stars. It's very cozy, and the villainous actions are humorous and kind of sweet and very goofy. It's not a major, plotted book. It's cute though. I like it. I think it's a good book. This one is exactly the same as this one. This one just has more POVs, which did get a little bit confusing because I was having a hard time mentally tracking, because I was definitely in heavy book slump territory. So I did take a week-long hiatus from the book and then come back to it because I was having problems keeping all the information in my head. I would definitely probably keep them regardless, but Pat loves them, so they're definitely going to be kept. He has not read this one yet though, so I'm hoping he'll like it. I liked them. They were cute. They were very cozy. They were very, yeah, okay. I've also been on a Lynn Painter kick lately. So I read my first Lynn Painter in October, and then I read these ones this month. So the first one I read was Betting on You. This one is a coworker to lover type of trope. He says they kind of start off villainish-y and like nemesis. They meet when they are younger kids, not young kids. They were like high school age, but they were like young high school. And they just keep randomly running into each other until she's like a senior in high school. And she meets him again for like the third time, this time at work. And they become co-workers, and they end up working in the same department together, and they strike up a bet. And this is the book with all the fallout. And I was really glad they had some good fallout, because I definitely think that there is plenty of reasons for them to have fallout. I thought it was cute. I liked it a lot. Because of that, I did move on and do this one next. I did this one in a full day. This one is considerably shorter. I don't know if you can tell, but it is definitely shorter. And it was really cute. It's a Groundhog's Day themed book where she is redoing her February 14th. She's redoing Valentine's Day over and over again. And finds out, you know, all the little things about her boyfriend, and she finds out about her family, and she's just, a lot of stuff is dumped on her on the very first Valentine's Day, and she ends up going to bed like bawling the first night and then wakes up and does it all over again. And she's trying to make a perfect Valentine's Day because she wants out of the loop, for one, and for two, she wants to make the day perfect. I think it was really cute. It was really funny. There is a couple of chapters at the end from the male lead's point of view, which were super sweet. So yeah, Lynn Painter is I like her. She's very wholesome. There's absolutely no smut in these books. There's like a kiss. That's all they do in any of these books is kiss. So if you're one of those people who does not like smut, who wants a sweet, fluffy romance without any of the, you know, scenes in them, Lynn Painter so far has been great. I have not read her adult ones yet because I had the YA ones in my house, and so I obviously started with the ones that I physically have because I'm trying to go through and read the books that I physically have in the house. But I do want to try out her adult books, and from what I understand, her adult books are the same except for their characters are aged up, so their issues are a little more complex. They might have more adult issues versus teenage issues. But I read 3 of her teenage ones now, and all of them are stunningly cute. Okay, so this is the final book that I read for this month. This is Loath to Love You, which is 3 short stories in Allie Hazelwood's world of STEM women. The first one is called Under One Roof. It is the one bed trope, except it's one house instead. Her mentor left her a house, but she's only got half custody of the house, and the other person who also has custody of the house already lives there, and so they have to share the house together. The second one is this woman who gets stuck in an elevator with a rival. It's very heavy miscommunication. He thinks that they are rivals for one reason, and she thinks they're rivals for a completely different reason. But they spend the time locked away talking, which I appreciate because I really hate books that are irrelevant if you just have a conversation. And then the last one, I don't know how to describe this one. This one's got a lot of different tropes in it. It is about this woman who is practicing. She works for NASA, and she's working with one of the rovers, and they take the rovers to inhospitable environments to test them before they send them to the moon, and she gets in trouble while she's working with the rover. And so it was definitely a good book. I liked it a lot. I don't know how I rate Allie. I do like her straight STEM stuff, but I do prefer, like Bride is my favorite Allie Hazelwood book so far. But they're still good, and I would still suggest them. The other book that I read, I'll put here, is called Damon. And it is the first half. It's a short story leading into JLA's Half-Blood series. And I listened to that one because I have the whole Half-Blood series, and I needed something quick to just get me out of a funk I was in. And this one was available, so I went ahead and I checked it out from the library. I do have the entire series downstairs, so this one is on the docket to start soon. I just have not started it yet because I was finishing the assistant to the villain stuff. So that will hopefully be on the end of the month. So this is the first 2 weeks of the month. Happy November 15th. And I will talk to you guys again soon, and for another wrap up. We'll do it probably at the end of the month. I'm not sure if we're gonna do these weekly or bi-weekly. I have been in a major slump, so this is my bi-weekly, and I love it. God, I love the fact that my slump is manageable at the moment. It just needs fluffy romance. It doesn't want anything else, just fluffy romance. So I'm going to continue with the fluffy romance, and I will see you at the end of the month. Bye.